Hey everybody, Dylan from Noble Records coming at you with another video live from Noble Records. Got a bunch of stuff to show. This video I've got some Grails to show, some like really killer stuff, and you know me, I show the Grails right out of the gate, so I'm gonna show you guys the really good stuff. Everything in here is really good, but the first few are like holy moly good. So first of all, I don't know if this is gonna be like a regular thing, but people have been bringing stuff in to trade and sell in these like dope carrying cases. Like these, this is the one I decided to keep for transporting my stuff. But these, I've seen the 45 ones like a lot, but the 33 ones I don't really, and previously I've not ever seen many of them. And last week I had people bring in some like really cool ones. So this is the one I decided to keep because it was like sturdiest. It had even like you could tell someone had taken it on an airplane in the past. So this is some of the stuff I was gonna take home. But first, I want to show you what's in there. So like I said right out of the gate, I'm gonna show some of the Grails. This one's Roger Bunn, peace of mind. Little update, I have come around to these sleeves a little bit. Just because, you know, if there's ever any water, and I know it probably wouldn't keep out all the water, but, you know, if you were ever around any water or water got into your records or anything like that, it would definitely help. Also, I don't know, I started to like them a little bit more. I'm not switching over, but I'm more tolerant. This is the first German pressing on that ear label. I can't speak German, so I don't really try to pronounce that name, but you guys know what I mean, the ear label. But yeah, Roger Bunn, peace of mind. This is a killer piece of psychedelic prog rock. This is a real heavy hitter. Hard to find, very hard to find, and I'm glad to own an original. I've been wanting one for a while. I finally got one at a decent price. The next one, this is a really kind of a funny story. So this is a Vertigo, big surprise. You guys know how I am for Vertigos. Someone posted this on eBay as a first Canadian Vertigo pressing of Warhorse. And I felt that's suspicious, so I did some research, and there is no Canadian pressing of Warhorse on Vertigo. So, looked at the pictures a little bit closer, and I saw this in the bottom where it says, made in England. So, I put in an offer on it and got it for, I can't remember how much, but it was very cheap. Super clean. It is a first UK Vertigo swirl. This is one I've been wanting for a really long time. It comes with that killer Vertigo sleeve. This is a really good essential hard rock, just wailing guitars, killer stuff, Sabbath-esque, really good stuff. Warhorses, highly recommended. Super Grail, good stuff. And I pulled this out just in case. I didn't know if I'd shown this before, but this is their other album, Red Sea, on Vertigo as well. Yeah, this one, I don't know which one I like more. I might actually like this one more, but really killer. Again, hard rock, Sabbath-esque, amazing, Vertigo. It's incredible. I've had that one for a while. Here's another. Oh man, I showed this in my last video, didn't I? Nucleus. I showed this in my last video, I'm sorry. I'm remembering now. But anyways, man, look at the design. Like this is, so that's the reflection off of my rug. But look at how trippy it looks, man. Holy moly. So anyways, Nucleus is a killer Vertigo. You know, jazz, psychedelic, prog rock. Really good stuff. But I think I showed that in my last video. Apologies, got a little overwhelmed with the Vertigo. Why don't we just keep on this Vertigo train? May Blitz. I've been wanting this on Vertigo for forever. Very difficult to find. May Blitz is one of my favorite hard rock psych albums. Amazing guitar solos. It's just a really well done, well written album. With that Vertigo label. This is the first UK. I've had this for a while, but I thought I'd whip it out and show it. May Blitz, 2nd of May. I don't know that I ever showed this in a video. I may have. But anyways, this is another really hard Vertigo to find. And oh, by the way, this one, these usually, these May Blitz, usually, I don't ever see one for under 300. They're usually around 400 or 500. This one's not in perfect shape, but it's in really good shape. And I got it for really cheap. It was amazing. And the same with this one. Got this one for super cheap. Bought it from some guy in Sweden, like it's probably a year ago. But yeah, so I have both May Blitz on Vertigo now, which is amazing. Got one more Vertigo to show you. This is Gravy Train. Now, this is a very, very expensive Vertigo. But I'll give you a little bit of a heads up. So usually if you see this Vertigo logo, you're in good shape. You don't have to worry about anything because you got a Vertigo. But in this case, you do not have a Vertigo. This is not a Vertigo pressing, although it looks like it. Sweet gatefold, everything looks like a Vertigo pressing. When you pull it out, hey, look at that. It's a Vertigo swirl. No, it's not. Because this is a Saiwan bootleg. I don't know that it's a bootleg, but it's a bootleg, I'm pretty sure. But this is Saiwan Records, is like a bootleg record label, I think in South Korea or something, but they got this dragon on the sleeve. You know, they're trying to make it look as much like the Vertigo as possible, but I mean, they're not a total counterfeit, like trying to make a Vertigo. You know, they have their own label, which has that dragon on it. So, just be advised, you know, check both sides of the swirl. I know I've seen them do some other Vertigo presses as well. Most recently, I saw one of Gracious, which is a great killer album. But anyways, this is good along the same lines of the psych rock, jazz, prog. Really, really great stuff. I've been wanting this for a while, and someone came, one of my good friends, Hunter, if you're watching this, thanks bud, in Spartanburg, he brought this to me. And he works at a record store, and someone traded it in there, so he brought it in and traded it in here. So thank you, man, appreciate that. Even though it's not a Vertigo, it's still a humdinger. Asherah Temple. Blah, blah, blah. Now, I'll show you. This has the ear label as well. Splat out. But yeah, this one is a really, really tough record to find. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. I'm tempted every single time to pronounce it. But then I always get just a cornucopia of negative feedback about how much I butcher stuff. I know I butcher stuff. Cannot help it. I don't speak German. I need to learn German just to do these videos. And maybe to just get these freaking sleeves back on. Dear Lord. I'll do that later. Sorry, Asherah. The Asherah Temple is an amazing prog. Oh my gosh. This is what I've been wanting for a long time. This is a super rare one. So, Krautrock, Asherah Temple. Gila. Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee. Gila's another prog. I showed a Gila album. They're self-titled in my last video, which is absolutely phenomenal. I've been listening to a lot of that. And a friend of mine had this and brought it to me. Really, really great stuff. Gila. I don't think I've showed this yet. So this is the Heliocentric Worlds of Sunrise, original 1966 press. Really phenomenal shape. Rare one, a sweet one. Love me some Sunrise. I might have showed these. I actually can't remember. This is a promo copy of Supersonic Sounds. I do remember showing this now. So sorry you're seeing this twice, but really good. Thought I'd pull out some of the heavy hitters that I found here lately. So that's one of them. Another one. This is the Deep Six. This is a pretty common, not too expensive psych record. For some reason, I've never run across it. Someone brought it in, so I kept it. Blood Rock. This one's not too hard to find, but I haven't had a clean copy in a while. I sold mine a while back, so this is a really good hard rock called Blood Rock. Really good funk soundtrack along the lines of Superfly. This is Willie Hutch. the Mac. Really, really good stuff. Has the fold-out sleeve, all that stuff. Great album. Showed that already. This is a Led Zeppelin Coda, and it's a promo. I would like to get all the promos, so whenever I find them, I keep them. I have 1 and 2 and Coda and a couple others I can't remember. Jimmy Page and Jimmy Page and the Black Crowes, Love the Greek. I've had this a number of times, but I got like 3 of them on trade last week. I don't know why, so I decided to keep one. I know they reissued it again. It's like a foil cover. Steam Hammer, really good hard rock. This is the first U.S. promo. Great stuff. Somebody traded this in. This is Badger 1 Live. This is really good hard rock with some great guitar solos on it. I listened to this the other day. Really, really enjoyed it, so decided to hang on to it. This is one I've been wanting for a really long time, and even though it's a reissue, I'm glad to have it. Rodriguez, Cold Fact. One of the great songwriters. You don't hear a lot about Rodriguez. It's phenomenal stuff. And actually, I mean, a lot of this album is super psychedelic. So if you like Psych or you like singer-songwriter stuff, it's both. And I mean like fuzz guitar, heavy Psych stuff on this album, really great elements on it. And then I think I showed you this last time. This other Rodriguez, Coming From Reality. Really good album. A few more here I found a bunch of blues. So buckle up, you're about to ride the blues train. Big Bill Brunsey and Washboard Sam. Really, really good blues. Well, I love both those dudes. Big Bill Brunsey, obviously, incredible guitar player. Washboard Sam, really good stuff. My mom actually came in here the other day and bought a Washboard Sam album, which I was like, great, because then it'll be mine. I really wanted to keep it, and then I was like, why would you buy this? My mom doesn't even have a record player, by the way. And she's like, oh, this guy's playing a washboard. Fair. This is Big Joe Williams Studio Blues. This is an original Prestige Bluesville pressing of this. Really, really great album. Oh my gosh, phenomenal blues artist. I've been listening to this a little bit in the shop, and man, I love it. And for some reason, like, my blues stuff has been like flying off the shelves. That's selling faster than anything. I don't know why. Probably because you don't see a lot of blues around here. This is Jack Dupree. Really, really good. When You Feel the Feeling You Was Feeling. I haven't listened to this yet, but I know Jack Dupree, and really good stuff. Great cover. Arthur Gunter, Black and Blues. This is a really great album. Listened to this the other day. Kind of a mellower blues. Closer, hugging the line to soul a little bit, but really, really good blues nonetheless. This is Big Joe Williams, Hand Me Down My Old Walking Stick. This is really cool. I don't know if I've ever seen one that says audition copy like that. I don't know what that means. Audition copy. Maybe you guys can enlighten me. Maybe Big Joe Williams was auditioning for something. I don't know. But anyways, Big Joe Williams, again, great blues artist. Big Joe Williams, classic Delta blues. Really good stuff. Lightnin, Hopkins, country blues. This is an original press. I'll show you the label. This one is like super clean. Tradition Records. Yeah, this is one of the more significant albums I found here. Lightnin, Hopkins. Love it. That Tradition label is kind of hard to find, and this was in really great shape. Jimmy Young, I Can't Keep My Foot From Jumping. This is on the Blues Way label. And I can't remember if I've listened to this or not. One day I just blew out and listened to like a ton of blues. Brownie McGee, Sonny Terry, and Earl Hooker. Anytime Brownie McGee and Sonny Terry are on something, they are a great duo, and I absolutely love it. It's on Blues Ways. I couldn't believe my eyes. Really good blues session they did here, so glad to have that one. Joe Turner, Roll 'Em. Not listened to this one yet, but I'm familiar with Joe Turner. Really great stuff. This is again on Blues Way. A lot of times it's a piece of advice if you're getting into blues or you're getting into jazz or whatever. You can blind buy something and not really blind buy it if you don't know the artist and you know the label. A lot of times if it's a reputable label, you know, like 80s Impulse stuff's a little bit whatever. And there were some Impulse releases that weren't worth a ton of money. But Blues Way, Prestige, Bluesville, stuff like that. When you're looking at blues, I've never found one that I didn't like. But there's a bunch of good labels like that, and that really goes with anything, Psych, Prog, whatever. You learn the labels that you really like. I'm not talking about like Columbia and Warner Brothers and stuff like that, but just the small niche labels that do a certain style of stuff that you like. So learn those labels. Kane's a really, really great hard rock album, hard rock band with a lot of great guitar solos. This is their album Stinger. This was great. I freaking love this. This is like a hard rock. It's killer. I absolutely love it. This is like 1977, and yeah, this one's really, really good. Like borderline metal. This one I found a long time ago, and I kept it because of the cover, but I never tried to do anything with it because it had some water damage here at the bottom. I actually just grabbed it from the house and brought it up here and put it on, and it's just some high octane heavy metal. It's freaking good. I love it. It's called Max Warrior. This is an EP. It's only got 4 songs on it. High on Metal. It's freaking good. It's a good track. You should look that up. This is Twink, Think Pink. Really good album. I'm sure you guys have seen this around. This is a different cover than is normal, but really good stuff. Psych. It's kind of a Psych classic. This is one that's really cool. This is a German pressing of Joni Mitchell Blue. Absolutely love Joni Mitchell Blue. I'm not a huge fan of all her albums. Man, look at that rug, man. That is some really killer stuff. I'm not a fan of all her albums, but this one and like Court and Spark and a couple of those are really, really high up on my list of some of my favorite singer-songwriter albums. And like, yeah, this one is my favorite of hers, and it is really good. If you think, oh, Joni Mitchell, that's lame, and you've never listened to this album, Joni Mitchell Blue is just, it's one of my favorites. It's absolutely amazing. Tedeschi Trucks Band, Made Up Mind. I have a soft spot for this because the cover has buffalo on it, and you guys know how I am about buffaloes. But this is a really, really great Tedeschi and Trucks. Holy moly, that was a match made in heaven. Susan Tedeschi and Derek Trucks, both incredible guitar players. She's a great vocalist. They have this amazing band. Really good jam rock, blues, guitar. Derek Trucks, in my mind, is the best line player that's ever lived, and you can fight me for that. I think he's the greatest. I actually think he's better than Dwayne Allman, but don't tell anybody I said that. Anyways, this is called ATW. I remember showing this in my last video, but again, found this recently. This is really good modern hard rock. I'm Not Blind, I Just Can't See. This is Calvin Scott, really good. Soul on Stax. You know, the album title, it made me laugh a little bit. I think it's supposed to be a joke. I'm not blind, I just can't see. Really, really good, and I get it, it's clever. But yeah, so I bought it, and it's really good. Joe Berghawk. This is some Prog. Listened to this the other day. Yeah, this one's a little out there. I mean, just look at that album cover. Groundhog Split. Groundhog's really, really good. Blues rock outfit. And this album Split, this is the UK cover. I've been wanting this for a while and found this one recently. I hope I have not showed you guys all this stuff already, but I can't really remember. Dizzy Gillespie and Machito, Afro-Cuban Jazz Moods. This is what you would think, Afro-Cuban Jazz. This is a little out of character for Dizzy Gillespie, for the Dizzy Gillespie that I know. I love Dizzy Gillespie. I love the old school stuff, but this is really, really killer stuff. Smoking Afro-Cuban jazz rhythms and stuff. I really, really enjoyed this. Somebody tried this thing the other day. Perigio, something like that. Just look at that cover. Fata Morgana, really good kind of synth pop jazz, prog type thing. It's really good, but it's very much like Moog synthesizer, jazz stuff. I really like it, and you can get it pretty cheap too. Tucky Buzzard, hard rock, good stuff. Needed it, got it. Nitzinger, this is a German hard rock album. Really basic hard rock stuff, nothing really crazy. I think that, you know, if they were in the US, they would have been, you know, along the same lines of Molly Hatchet or something. But really, really good stuff. I mean, it's nothing crazy, it's gonna blow your mind, but it's some solid German hard rock. Gong Shamal. Trying to get every Gong album. This is one of them, so I got it. There you go. And Dweller's Dream. This is a psychedelic album. I think the original pressings are expensive. This is a reissue. Got it. There it is. Todd Clark, Into the Vision. This is like a private press psychedelic record. Pretty good stuff. I listened to it. It's not bad. I like it. I think I'll hang on to it for a while. This is Wake Up, Out of Focus. This is on the Second Battle. You see it with the dinosaur like that? That's another like reissue label that I really like. They have a good reputation of reissuing some really good stuff. So this is some great prog stuff. Found this. I mean, the cover alone, just look at that. You know it's going to be good. So grab that because the cover looked cool and it was on Second Battle. And the original label I think was Kukuk with the bird on it, you know. But yeah, there you go. Sapo, this is some good jazz fusion, psychedelic jazz fusion, I guess I would call it. This is a really great album. The originals cost a lot, but this is a reissue. This is one I kind of wanted for a while, so that was great. Another one with The Gift. That's on that Second Battle Press label as well. This is on red vinyl. Love this album. Really good. But now I'm realizing that I showed a lot of this stuff on my live video. That's where I'm getting a little confused because I know I didn't show it on my last video, but I showed some of the stuff on my live video. If you haven't seen that, then here it is. Sorry for repeating some things. This is called Messenger with a D in it. So Messenger. I saw this, immediately grabbed it because the cover looked cool. It was in shrink, it was in good shape. And this is really good, like late 70s hard rock. This is like if Metallica was a touch more psychedelic and about 10 years earlier. Really good stuff, man. I really enjoyed this album. You can get it for like 10 or 15 bucks. Yeah, this one, if you want to listen to a track, that Bebopalula track is a really high energy, great, good guitar solos, all that stuff. But this is one I would highly recommend you guys look for because it's not expensive and it's really good. Oh, let's see here. Neil Norman, Not of This World. I bought this one for that cover. Just look at that. You know, this is on a good label, the Crescendo label, and it's got that psychedelic artwork. So, or not psychedelic, like sci-fi, I guess you call it. Neiman Mourner's Rhapsody. This is some really good prog, synthesizer prog type stuff. You know, I decided to keep it. The Pentagon. This is a Clifford Jordan, Cedar Walden, Sam Jones, Ray Mantilla, Billy Higgins, and this is a jazz album, really good jazz album. This one's cheap. You can get this one for 10 bucks or less. But yeah, that's a really good, more of a, not a hard bop jazz, but like decent jazz stuff. Magma, this is Christian Vander. This is Retrospective Volume 3. Haven't listened to this one yet, but I'm a big fan of Magma. That's an incredible prog group. Can't recommend them enough. And then last one I'll show is this Richard Thompson, 13 Rivers. I love Richard Thompson. I really like this. This is some more recent stuff. Somebody came in and they traded in some stuff from, they do like a bunch of Vinyl Me Please and a bunch of subscription services and stuff like that. So they traded in some stuff that they got they didn't like, and I got that and a bunch of other cool stuff. But anyways, so that's the stuff I'm keeping. Oh, almost forgot. I'm a sucker for some reels. And I went, when I was in New Jersey, to this record store called Revilla Grooves. If you've never been to Revilla Grooves in New Jersey, it's near Newark. But anyways, it was so good. I can't tell you it's not the best record store I've ever been to. It was that good. They don't do any new inventory; it's all used. But for me, I love that. It was up there. It's in the top 2 record stores I've ever been in, maybe number 1. It's that good. But anyways, I was on their Instagram page. I followed them, and they got in this huge collection of reel reels. And I am a sucker for reels, and they had stuff I was drooling over. And they had all the Led Zeppelin that's available on reels. They had like just crazy stuff. I mean, stuff I've never seen before. It was hundreds of like just primo stuff that you just don't see. And if you don't know, reels are hard to find, like good classic rock reels, because most of the reels were like classical and hoity-toity music. So the rock and roll didn't get the proper issuing. So anyways, I won't ramble on about reels anymore, but I'm a sucker for them. So I picked out 3 that I could afford, and I just don't want to sink a lot of money into it because I don't listen to them that much. But 3 albums that I really thought I needed that they had. So out of all that, I picked 3 that I really needed and was willing to pay for, and that was a decent enough price. The Zeppelin stuff, somebody's got it before I did, so I missed out on that. Plus, they're like freaking expensive. But anyways, the first one, this one I'm thrilled about. Love Forever Changes. It's just one of my absolute favorite albums of all time. And to see it and get it on reel, I just can't believe I have it. This is a great, I'm thrilled about this. Same goes with this one, Grateful Dead American Beauty. And to show you kind of what the reel inside looks like if you guys aren't familiar. So the reel is a big tape like that, and you put it on your reel deck. And so this one is like mint. It's a really nice clean copy of this Grateful Dead American Beauty. And I mean, it's just like a regular album, but it's just in this little tape box. And then the last one, this one, might get a little closer for this one. Eat a Peach. Oh gosh, this one's very, very good. This was big for me when I was a kid. This is one of my favorite records as a kid. So, and still one of my favorite records. I absolutely love it. Eat a Peach, can't beat it. That's what the tape looks like inside. But yeah, it's a double LP on one tape. That's the back cover. So it's a little different than the back cover on the album. This is the inside, like part of the inside of the album. The gatefold. But anyways, Eat a Peach. So thank you guys for watching. This video has gone super long, but thanks for stopping by. We're gonna have a great weekend at the shop. If you're in town, come on by. We'll see you then.